Hello everybody. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Caleb Alexander and I graduated from Little Axe in 2014. I was a member of BPA my sophomore, junior, and senior year, as well as being president both my junior and senior year. Mrs. Harp has asked me to make this video just to share a little bit about my experience in BPA and to explain a little bit about what BPA has to offer to its members. In order to keep this video a little on the shorter side, I mainly wanted to focus on the competition side of BPA and speak a little bit about National Convention. I competed my sophomore year along with several others that our previous advisor had asked to take the test, and nobody placed at the state or national level. And my junior year, I competed along with some others, and I was in like 11th through 20th in the state level. Not really sure where at in that range, but Alex Lassini, who should be there watching this, actually got in the top 10. I can't remember what place he got either. Sorry, Alex. But I'm sure he can tell you. And then my senior year, I believe that I was the only one that took the time to take any type of test to see if I'd even qualify for nationals. And somehow I placed first in the financial math and analysis test at the state level. Placing first at the state level allowed me the opportunity to compete nationally at the BPA Nationals, which were held in Indianapolis that year. And with the help of Mrs. Harp and the principals and the school board, I was able to travel to Indianapolis with Mrs. Harp and with my mom, and we got to experience all that BPA Nationals had to offer, and it was pretty amazing. Not only is BPA Nationals a place where hundreds of other students from across the country that are members of BPA gather to compete in the specific events that they had placed in at their national level, but it is a place where you get to experience more what BPA does as a whole and not just in Oklahoma as we do at the state conventions here. BPA Nationals also spotlights its host city by providing activities that help you to experience all that that city has to offer. For Indianapolis, that included going to the zoo, going to the Indianapolis 500 Speedway. Some got to go to the stadium where the Colts play. And there's also a museum that they threw a raven at the bottom, but I didn't take part in that because I was with Mrs. Harp and my mom, and going there with them two would have been a little embarrassing. We still went to the museum, but I just decided not to get in that big dance party. On the last night of Nationals, they held a big ceremony to wrap up the whole convention and to reward those who had placed in their specific events that they had competed in. And my event wasn't called out until about an hour and a half, 2 hours through the whole ceremony. So it was a lot of waiting, nerve-wracking, exciting for those who won, and just a lot of sitting there. But they made it pretty fun. And whenever it got to mine, somehow I placed third on the national level. And I got this plaque. And it's for National Leadership Conference, third place for Financial Math and Analysis at the Secondary Division at the 40th Annual National Leadership Conference in Indianapolis, Indiana in 2014. And just to have this to take home and to be able to share this experience now, it's amazing. It let me learn a lot more about BPA, and I provided so much just insight about the organization that I'm sure Mrs. Harp has taken to heart and has shared with everybody in BPA last year, and in this upcoming year she will. And it was just an amazing experience. And now I just want to say a little bit about Mrs. Harp and how awesome of an advisor she is for BPA and how awesome she is to have at Little Axe. Before she came there, we had a different advisor, obviously, and she was more just in the routine of what we had to do for BPA, and we did the same stuff over and over again. And with Mrs. Harp, she's learning with us and she just wants us to have fun and wants us to get the best experience we can get. And that is what you need in an advisor for any organization. Mrs. Harp is just awesome, and you guys are lucky to have her. And I'm sure she'll do a great job this year with all of you, as long as you guys give it your best too. I want to challenge you all to compete in these events. There's stuff for everything. It's not just math. It's anything that has to do anything with business. There's math, there's giving a presentation, there's Microsoft Word, Excel, Publisher, there's everything. And I just want to challenge you guys to compete at the state level and hopefully get to nationals, and so you guys can have a similar experience to what I had in my senior year. And just good luck this next year in BPA. I know you guys can do awesome, and have fun.